good evening, everyone. Welcome to In the Psychic Flow. Look who I have with me.
Hi,
Special
everybody.
guest Kelly Jo Psychic is with me tonight. Happy Halloween, everyone. Good to see you with us. Kelly Jo has a following. She's going to be answering questions from Facebook. And where else, Kelly Jo?
No, I went blank. YouTube
and Facebook as well. We're on Rumble Live. We're on Twitter Live. We're on BitChute Live, all under the Goldilocks Productions link. So if you're on Rumble and you're looking for the show, it is on under Goldilocks Productions. All of the shows are there. And also, we are on every audio platform, I believe. And we will try to include you and make you feel as part of the audience, even though you're listening and not viewing. We get questions. I will read them out and we'll read the validations out if we can. And Kelly Jo is going to answer most of the questions here this evening. We're allowing one question per person. If you make a contribution to the show as a tip, $4.99 and above, you get moved up to the front of the line. So we will try to get to as many as we can. If we cannot get to everybody, sorry about that. But we will do the best that we can because we have poor Reverend Tiffany is going to be balancing all the comments coming in from everywhere for us. So, and Kelly Jo will be looking out for comments as well. So let me introduce I labeled Kelly Jo as psychic expert, a paranormal expert, but she is also a psychic and a medium and what else? And a healer. So she's all of those things. And Kelly Jo has an extensive background, which we're going to get into in a minute. So if you have a particular question you want to ask her, besides the paranormal, which we're exploring tonight, because it's Halloween. So hold on one moment, because I want to read a little prayer. I said that I would, every time I did a show, I would do a prayer for peace. So I'm going to do that. It's very short. So bear with me one moment and I will get that. And we will put that out. Here it is. Prayers for peace. What happened to my page? There it is. Let's see. This is a prayer of Pope Francis. And this is on, if you search for prayer for peace in the world, this page will come up for you. Grant us peace, teach us peace, guide our steps in the way of peace. Open our eyes and our hearts and give us the courage to say, never again war. With war, everything is lost. Instill in our hearts the courage to take concrete steps to achieve peace. Amen.
How beautiful.
There we go. Excuse me. So that's that. So Kelly Jo has been doing this. I'll let her tell her biography here. She's been doing this since she was a small child, and she's one of the best, probably the best psychic medium I think I've ever met. Her skills are so impressive, as you will see this evening. So Kelly Jo, tell us about your background a little bit.
Well, I've always seen the dead. I've always been a medium. Then when I was older, I'd go do paranormal investigations, and I would do house clearings. If anybody drummed up something negative, I would have a friend go with me and we would go and clear it. And it's funny, people will call you up and say, I got a problem. It's like, what did you do? I didn't do nothing. Well, you did something. A lot of times they messed with witchcraft, black magic, drugs and alcohol can open a portal. And sometimes people just mess with things and think it's funny, and it's not. Right. And they're in trouble, and then you have to go around and close portals and clear the house, because they got things messing with the kids, the dogs, the cats, and everything. So that's not good.
No, disruptive, the whole house. And then they can't, I'm sure they have no idea how to get rid of this stuff.
Oh, no, absolutely. And it's like, and it can follow you forever and get you. So you have to be very careful of messing with things like that.
Very good advice. Now you've been doing that. You've been doing psychic work and mediumship and house cleansings, and you have radio shows. You have a radio show on Blog Talk twice a
Yeah.
month.
Yes.
Biscuits and
Biscuit and
tea.
Tea Mystic.
Mm-hmm. Great.
And then
And
I also do a show every Tuesday with Bigfoot Outlaw, and I talk about different subjects. And here lately, I've been doing interviews of other people that do this, and it's very intriguing to meet different people and ask them how they got into it. And it's just very intriguing, the different guests I get.
Great. And that's on YouTube, we said, right?
YouTube, yes, and Facebook.
Oh, good. Okay, great. And your Facebook is Kelly Joe Psychic?
Yep, or Kelly Jo Monahan.
Okay.
And then on YouTube, it's Kelly Jo Psychic. And then I have a website. If you want to get a private reading, it's kellyjopsychic.com, or just call me at my phone number, 561-333-5367.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's see. I think we have people. Are you ready to start, Kelly Jo?
Sure.
Okay, we got to start with one of our. Did I forget any announcements? I hope not. If I forgot something, Tiffany, remind me. We also have what's her name? Jill. Jill had contributed to the show, so we're going to do Jill first. I don't know if she's live. She has a party tonight, so I guess we'll just give her a message.
Okay.
I don't know, unless she had a question.
She has a great grandfather on her dad's side with her. He's been around lately. He hangs out in the living room on the left side. So I don't know if there's an anniversary or a birthday coming up. Things are leveling off. There's going to be some savings. And then there's a trip for her and her husband in the fall time. So that's what I see for her.
Great. Thank you so much. Let's see. We got Robin on Rumble. Let's see if we have a couple other people who are stacked up waiting here. Let's see. Pat is here. Should we do? Pat is a female.
Sure.
Now, if you can interrupt me anytime, because I'm not sure if you see somebody that we're not seeing, Kelly Jo, you can interrupt me. Okay. Pat is a female.
Okay. Pat is asking, will she find her way again? Yes. You've hit a roadblock and you're going to do your inner work and you're going to get set back and you're going to get your mojo back probably. And there's like a giant 6. So it's either 6 days, 6 weeks, or 6 months. And you're going to receive different gifts because you're very gifted and you're going to start using your gifts more.
That's great. Great. Thank you for joining us, Pat. We also have Kavita. I don't know if you're familiar with Kavita. It's female.
There's 2 opportunities for a career. One's going to happen right in January. And then there's also travel all around you. So be prepared to travel. One opportunity is from a good friend that you've known forever and you can totally trust them. And the other one is somebody that you don't know well, but it's a great opportunity to use your creativity in your work. So look for that to happen in the beginning of the year, 2025.
Super.
And her grandmother on her mom's side is with her. Little bitty lady. She's like only 4 foot.
Yeah.
Something, So let her know that her grandmother is always there to console her and she's her biggest ally.
Great.
So there you go.
Great. Thank you so much. Okay, Kavita, thank you for joining us. We have Samir, who is a male, and he's here. They're not asking me any direct questions, so I'm just throwing
All
it
right,
out.
no problem. He's everybody's having career things, so he has a chance to head up and make more money and be like a fixer for a company or his own company. And then moving and shaking. I don't know what is it that he'll be doing. It's like there's like movement, machinery, production. Um, I don't know if that's just imagery or literal. Um, and then there's like a big move for him, move of house. So,
Oh, okay. Good offer.
yes, absolutely. And
Good.
then solidity within his personal life, more solid, more stable, and he's going to really enjoy that.
Okay. Great. Good news, Samir. Let's see. Lee has a question. She's a female. She asks, Kelly Jo, do you have any messages for me from my loved ones from the other side?
You have a great aunt on your dad's side that's around you. She traveled a lot. And you have like somebody from the 1920s that traveled around on steamships, and she's around you. And she was like, Auntie Mame. So,
Oh,
and then also, you're greatly loved. You have um, grandma and grandpa on your mom and dad's side, and both, and they're all standing there in the line. You have your ancestors that are cheering you on. They want you to move forward. Quit looking back.
great.
And they're
Great.
all clapping. So you're going to have a great accomplishment this next year.
Oh, good. Good. That's great news. Good. Pat says she had said thank you, Kelly Jo, for that.
You're
Since,
welcome.
Kavita had asked any update. Samir says thank you, Kelly Jo and Carol Ann.
You're welcome.
Kavita had said any update about the man you saw. I'm going to let you handle that one.
Now, was she the one that we said we saw a man that was Greek?
Yeah, well, we had thought the Greek. We've been thinking for a couple of years, and then I saw someone else.
So. Yeah, but there's like somebody with dark hair and
yep.
I see like either gray or blue eyes. He's still coming, so be open.
Okay.
And it's going to be like out of the blue lightning bolt.
Okay.
So
good. There you go, Kavita. Now let me get back to where I was. Robin has joined us. Robin has a show Tuesday evenings here on Goldilocks Productions, Robin's Cosmic Soul Food Show.
Oh, great.
And she's on Rumble, so if you have any message for her, I guess.
Well, she's doing good, and she's going to start something else too. So she's going to be busy. And did she write her book yet? And is she working on some form of divinative device too?
I think she's working on oracle cards.
Okay. Well, that's the divination.
Okay.
And that'll get extra money in her pocketbook. They're showing coins being put in the purse. So that'll be extra residual money for her.
Okay. And let's see. Great. Thank you so much.
And it's going to be picked up by something called US Games or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Like to publish them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got goosebumps on that.
Okay. That's really good news, Robin.
And she's going to tweak the box it comes in. She's going to change the coloration.
Okay. Kavita says, thank you so much, Kelly Jo and Carol Ann.
You're welcome.
If you are enjoying your readings, don't be shy. Please, if you'd like to make give Kelly Jo a tip for her outstanding work this evening,
And I didn't see Pooja's question. I'm sorry. Where is that?
Oh, I'm going to give it to you.
Okay.
She says, any message from spirit for me, please. And if you'd like to give Kelly Jo a tip, you can do that via my Venmo, Carol-Ann-Carey, or you can pay directly to, if you're doing it on Rumble, you can hit the $. That'll go to Goldilocks Productions.
I think this is a grandpa, I think. And I see a 55 Chevy with black and chrome. And who was it that wore a fedora and smoked a Cuban cigar? It stinks.
Wow.
So, and then you got an elegant lady that always wore her hair up, and she let it go white, but it was very silver and beautiful. And there's somebody that played the piano in her family, a pianist.
Cool.
And then she also had someone that was very devoutly religious in her family. It feels like her mother's side. It's like 3 generations back.
Okay.
And then she has like a black, smaller dog that is around that's passed on.
Aw.
And curly hair and floppy ears. So,
love when the pets come in.
Yeah, so that's around her. And she's on the right pathway. She's not to the left, she's not to the right, she's where she should be. There we go.
Good. Robin said, thank you so much for the wonderful message, Kelly Jo.
You're welcome.
Let's see, what else? As I was saying, if you'd like to make a contribution to the show, you can do that via my Venmo, Carol-Ann-Carey, or on Rumble, you can hit the $, and that will go directly to Goldilocks Productions, and we will sort that out. And I will send all funds to Kelly Jo.
And your mom is with you, Carol-Ann.
Oh, good. I get a reading. Yay.
Your mom is with you. And then you have a grandpa that you were close to. What is it? Your mom's dad?
Oh, I've researched him. I never met him, but
he's with you, and he's standing on the left side of you.
Okay.
And he's around because you're researching him.
Okay.
You got all your pets around you. You got like 4 pets back along. All of them are sitting there at your feet.
Nice.
So in a line.
Oh, nice. Thank you so much. Thank you, Kelly Jo, for that.
And you're going to receive a new spiritual gift, a new way to read.
Okay.
So be aware of that.
Okay. Well, that's exciting. I wonder what else. Wonder what that could be. Thank you, Kelly Jo.
You're welcome.
Do we have any people on Facebook?
Let me look. Nope.
Okay. Okay. I was worried about that.
Yeah.
Let's see where we at. Any update? I think I got those. So Kelly Jo, talk about let's get back to the paranormal stuff. What are things? Oh, Pooja had asked, is pianist something important for me? I don't think she understood that she has someone in her family that's pianist. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so Pooja, you have someone going back that's a pianist. Yes, we did answer her question. Let's talk about what are the things, let's say you have a new place, you're renting a new place, or you bought a new home. What's the first thing you should do?
First thing you should do is paint, because it gets rid of the old energy.
Oh, does it?
Yes, that's why you paint.
Oh, okay. Didn't know that.
And then the second thing you do is smudge.
Mm-hmm.
so that you clear any energies that's there out. Always make sure you have an open window and, brush it out from right to left. And that way you let all the negativity out.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then another thing, if you're having a major issue, you can always, if you don't have sage or whatever, you can always clap your hands. You go like that. And that shatters energy and clears energy.
You can also use bay leaves
Yep.
if you have
And
them. I prefer that sometimes than to the sage.
yep. Or bells.
Bells,
Use
yes.
the bell.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
And Kelly Jo also has missing persons.
yes.
She's assisted in those
And
investigations,
missing dogs and cats.
right? So keep that all in mind. She does jack of all trades and master of all of them, by the way.
And a lot of times people will put things away so good they forgot where they stuck it. And then I help them find the colors that are around it and find the lost object.
What is she saying? Oh, Kavita asks, should I go to this healing conference in Boston this weekend? Will I benefit?
Yes. Go.
Okay. She's always looking for healing and exploring different avenues, and she's been very disappointed.
Well, it comes from within, Kavita. And you have to do your soul's work and work with the shadow side.
Okay.
So I would recommend finding a class working with your shadow.
Okay.
And that'll help.
Explain what that means to people.
Your shadow side is your negative side, your impulses, your fears, your secrets, your things that you don't want to deal with. That's your shadow side.
Now, would that inhibit your healing?
It can.
Okay.
If you put what you need to deal with under the rug, it's going to come up no matter what. It's like you can forget about it all you want, squish it to your toes, and it'll say, "Hi, I'm here. Deal with me now."
Okay. So it resonates, those kind of things reverberate in your physical body.
Correct. And it can manifest physically, spiritually, and mentally.
Okay. So if you're missing any people, let Kelly Jo know. I've refuted a couple of people to her. Anybody lately? Anything lately?
Of a referral of yours?
You want to talk about?
Oh, I had it's has to do with the psychic line, and it's like, that's just totally silly. People will call up and say, "Oh, I haven't heard from this person in 6 months. Will I hear from them?" No. They usually end up slamming the phone down. But
well, that's right. You're in a psychic line as well.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And how do you feel about that?
It's like you aren't dealing with the most educated spiritual people. It's a lot of times if you don't tell them what they want to hear, they slam the phone down.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
it's not truly, you only get a short window.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I love helping people, find closure with their passed on loved ones. General readings are very helpful. And I love looking for houses with people. And I tell them what house they're going to move to, what it looks like, how many rooms, where it is. And that's always fun.
Yes, you helped me with this house. Find this house. I didn't think I was wasn't the house I was looking for at the time. I was still in my apartment, and I think you did pretty well.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I appreciate that. Kavita says, "Yes, I am working on healing. Thank you for your feedback."
You're welcome. And
Melissa Parks is here. Melissa Parks has a show tomorrow night, Joyful Findings Show, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Melissa's great intuitive, psychic, and high energy reading person. So, Melissa, we're going to give you a message, I guess.
And uncle on her dad's side is with her. And who is it that was in the military? She has a whole bunch of military people behind her. And then she needs to take time to rest and have fun. Because she goes all the time with her hair on fire.
Well, she used to be a redhead. Now she's silver, but she used to be a redhead.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she has 2 boys, so that one is older, it's like 18. The other one is younger. So she does do quite a bit.
Yeah, she's always going, doing.
Yes. And she does readings, and she works for, does web work and marketing, and she does her readings and stuff. So she's pretty busy, and she has a weekly show. So she's pretty busy lady.
And then she's going to have an uptick with clients. So,
okay, good. That's excellent. Let's see what else we have. I wanted to say something about. I forget what I was going to ask you now. When we were talking about the new place, finding a new place, how many people do you get call you when they move into a new place and there's maybe entities in there or ghosts in there, and they're like, I've never had this before?
I've had quite a few throughout the years. It's like a lot of times they'll be calling us like, my kids are being bothered. What do we do? And I'll usually talk to them over the phone, and we'll say a prayer and clear the house over the phone, if they're too far away. And it usually helps and usually calms everything down, because people don't realize that sometimes you can just have a land ghost instead of a house ghost. It's where the house was built on the land, and I had a call not too long ago, and the lady was having trouble outside the house. And I said, well, you got Native American Indians around. I said, you need to go get some tobacco and some cornmeal and put it around the perimeter of your home, and thank the American Indians for letting you be there. And then that helped calm it down.
I was going to ask you, if you're moving into a place, if you're new to the place, either you bought a home or you moved into a new rental or whatever, are you stirring things up that maybe, what I'm saying, because you're new to the property, are you stirring things up?
Yes, that can happen too. Yeah, because change happens. And when you remodel, it stirs things up.
Yeah.
Moves stir things up. Anything can cause a disruption.
Mm-hmm.
And 2, if you're gifted and you don't know you're gifted, the spirits are going to come to you. Some people are mediums and they don't know they're mediums.
Right.
And that if you don't know, have somebody that's knowledgeable, you don't know what to do with it. And then it scares everybody.
It feels like you're being haunted.
Right.
People don't know that they can control it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what you have to learn, is the controlling part. You're the boss.
Right. But people don't know that.
Yeah.
If they've never been around people that were aware that can teach you, they don't know. Mm-hmm. And then they can't tell anybody because they think they're nuts. Because people that don't believe, they aren't going to believe them. There's a lot of problems with that, with lots of people that think they're going nuts and they don't have anybody to talk to.
Yeah. Yeah. Classes are good, reputed by reputable people. You
Right.
know, very good. Just talk, even if it's a classroom setting or a group setting, you don't feel alone. There's other people experiencing this as
Right.
well.
And there's a need for that.
Yes. Yes. Very true. Let me see. What else can we ask about? Um, I have a question for you. I want to say, I don't know if this is in your realm, but when sometimes when I see spirits that are coming to me, like if they're lost or unidentified um, remains or something like that, or their body's never been found or whatever, they're looking right at me. So I know this is a this is a person versus a past life or something. A past life to me, if I'm not big on past lives, but for people that are, they're seeing a past life, they must be, I would say, feeling it or experiencing it. If it's a spirit and they are trying to reach me, they are talking to me. So that would not be a past life, right?
Right. Correct. It's a real
Okay.
spirit.
They're looking right at me, then I know it's a spirit.
Right.
Right. Okay.
And it's always, you're a medium, so they're always talking to you.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to, some people would have called it past life. And I said, nah, it
No,
doesn't,
no, 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 no,
it's not a
no.
past life.
That's totally different.
Right.
That's no,
Okay.
no, 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 no.
Melissa is asking, oh, Lenka asked something. I forgot Lenka. I don't really know what to ask. I'm supposed to have patience, so I'm patient. Lenka, she's a female. Forgot her for some reason.
Step by step, and you're very attuned and aware yourself. So follow your intuition and follow your own good counsel. Don't doubt yourself. And don't analyze everything to death. Sometimes a rainbow's a pretty rainbow, it isn't a prism of light.
Okay. I get the impression she does get signs and messages and stuff, but she, as you said, she's very analytical.
Right. So and be in a thankful, grateful. That'll help you.
Okay. Thanks, Lenka, for joining us tonight.
And
Melissa's asking in general questions, what are you picking up about the next couple of months? I just did a global crystal ball and I posted on YouTube. So if you'd like to go there, it's on all about November 2024. So if you'd like to check that out, it is on YouTube. So I
okay.
haven't posted it anywhere else yet. What do you get, Kelly Jo?
For what's going to happen next couple months for Melissa? Well, everything's opening up, and you're going to need to pace yourself because everything's going to come at you all at once. So the things that you've been hoping for is the beginning, the start, and it's the start of a new 8-year cycle for you. And then your grandfather on your dad's side is with you. There you go. He always wore brown. So,
Okay. Gabby, my daughter, who is autistic, and I are both looking for work. Do you see one or both of us getting new income? Thank you.
I see you both getting work. The daughter, I think, will probably work for like a place like being a little barista. And Gabby, has she ever ran an office or done accounting for business or anything, because there's something where she's the general office person to run the whole thing. Flavor of.
Like a manager, you said?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Office manager. She runs everything.
Office manager. Okay. Gabby says she's adding, thank you. I've been following Kelly Jo for a while and I just joined this site.
Well,
So
thank you.
Yeah. So there you go. Great. Let me see if I missed anybody else. I feel bad. I stepped over Lenka there. So I don't know if Melissa was asking like worldview or just for her. But as I was.
So they want to know what worldview. I won't do politics, but I feel like we need to watch the West, and that would include North Korea and Russia. I do see there's going to be like tensions with and Israel. They're a hot mess over there. But I also see something happening where there'll be like something will be done so that there'll be like a ceasefire. I don't know how or what, but it's a universal thing.
Mm-hmm. Like everybody's putting pressure on them.
Right. And
yes,
they'll be
that's
like,
what I got too.
Yeah. And then I feel like better talks, all the way around. So, and I feel like the economy is going to pick up and do better, and they are going to do something about the inflation. Mm-hmm. And people will be able to get on their feet better. There's more solidity in 6 months after I can't talk. After the election.
Mm-hmm.
So
I had similar feelings as well. So I said I put it under. I didn't post it to my website yet. I just did it. I did a quick one, mostly about the election. So that's if you want to see it, it's on YouTube. It is under. What's it under? Personal blog or something.
Okay.
Department. So if you want to see it, and Kelly Jo just posted some interesting YouTubes too, didn't you?
They're older. I just redo them.
Oh, okay. What was the one that you just posted? Was that paranormal stuff?
Yeah, seeing ghosts.
Right. Yes.
And all that, and how ghosts manipulate energies and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So look for that on YouTube if you're a follower. Oh, she's thinking, Gabby adds, we were thinking more like stocking shelves or something like that. I think for the daughter, she's got a learning disability, not good with numbers.
Okay.
Well, making coffee, you don't need numbers.
Right. I still see making coffee. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm not trying to argue with Mom, but
yeah.
Sharon wants a general message. Okay. I see you keeping busy. And then being more peaceful, and there's like, I don't know who Rose is. There's a Rose that's passed on around you. So.
I don't know. I don't know if we've read for Sharon before or not, Tiffany. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just looking to. You're welcome, Psychic War Child. Okay, she put a comment in the.
Oh, that was your YouTube comment?
On YouTube, yeah.
Okay. And Sharon is new. Okay. I feel, oh, Gabby says she does like coffee. So
But
that's
she could do that. She's very capable of doing that.
okay.
And the people will be very um, autistic, um,
Supportive.
supportive. Yes.
I don't think she's the only one working
No,
there.
I think that they have other people there, and she'll make friends, and they'll be good, and everybody works together and encourages each other. So, and it's a very nice work environment. She'll
Okay.
learn a lot there.
Sharon says Rose from a loved one. I guess that's she's asking a question. Is it Rose like a person?
Yes, it's a person's name.
Okay.
And then also, there's an anniversary of something of your dead people. It feels like a couple, like maybe a grandma and grandpa. There's an anniversary coming up because they are showing me red roses. And that's a birthday, a death day, your birthday, whatever.
Gabby says, thank you. That sounds wonderful. So made
You're
her
welcome.
day. And we also have, let me give a shout out to Reverend Tiffany here on our banner. And what do you call this? Our background? Thought it was pretty good for the
Yeah,
Halloween.
I love that little ghost.
I can't take my eyes off him. He's so cute.
Yeah, he keeps popping in and out.
Yeah. Thank you, Reverend Tiffany. Appreciate
Thank you.
that. Ruth is joining us. She would like a general message. She is a show host. She has a show on Wednesday evenings, Transformational Soul.
I think this year is all about dealing with family. And tying up all the loose ends, and there's like sale of property around her.
Mm-hmm.
So, and it'll be a good thing.
Good. How are her books going to do? She's an author.
The one's going to do top 10.
Can you repeat that?
Top 10.
Oh, okay, good.
And then, is it through Hay House?
She's self-published before.
There's something about Hay House in her.
Oh, okay. Wonderful.
And then private sales on what? Amazon? That'll do good, and she'll get residuals from that.
Good. Great. Great. Sharon says her mom passed on Christmas Day.
Well, she's all around you, sweetie.
Okay.
And she says that you're a good daughter and you took good care of me. She's patting your little hand. And she's with her sister.
Nice.
So they're together.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Sharon, for joining the show, and Ruth as well. Let me see who else we have. There was something else I wanted to ask.
Go ahead. But there's also a little white poodle for the Sharon person.
Oh, for Sharon, a little white poodle?
Yeah. You know, like a Maltese or a little poodle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny. I did, now that you've seen Patty, prior to the show, I had Patty on camera because he was being annoying. I did his DNA, and he's like 54% poodle and like 24% dachshund and like 20% Chihuahua, or 18%.
Wow.
I know. And he talks to me when I'm talking. He's like, "Mom," well, I anticipate what he's saying. I create his little character, and he says to me, "Mom, but I'm a poodle, and I need to be in your lap." And every time he does something, "But I'm a poodle, Mom," like I'm like, I know, and I'd like to kind of strangle you, but he's like, "But Mom, I'm a poodle."
Oh, how funny!
I'm special. Sharon says, her Aunt Mary, Alice, is with her mother. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Ruth says, thanks for that wonderful message, Kelly Jo. I
Oh,
love and appreciate you.
you're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured all their passed on people would come through because the veil's so thin, all
Yeah.
our good ones can come through easier.
Yeah.
And it's nice that the pets do too.
Oh, I love it when the pets come through. Oh, I wanted to tell you. Well, I have you on here. You said my mother had come through, and her father.
Yes.
Okay, that's very interesting because we never knew who he was, and I found him. We had a name, but we weren't sure, and I found him through DNA and the family. And it turns out both families were from the same area in New York.
Neat.
Yeah, so we found that. And as a matter of fact, they're all buried except for her father. His family and my family are all buried in the same cemetery.
Wow.
I know. Who would have guessed, right? So him coming through is unique for me because nobody knew him.
And he was a hard worker. He had calloused hands.
Okay. Yeah, he was a plasterer at one time.
Okay.
Worked for a big company at the end. But we didn't know about him, and my sisters weren't getting anywhere with this. My mother never knew. She never knew his name.
Wow.
So I guess she knows him now because she's over there.
Right.
But we did get his name, and I did find out quite a bit. And let me ask you this. I prepared this whole genealogy thing for my family. I'd done one side of the family already, and I was delving into this. Through the DNA, answered a lot of questions, and it put away a lot of, myths or rumors.
Right.
Excuse me. Sent it to my sisters. My one sister goes, I don't care about family. The other one never answered me. And the other one said, oh, it's interesting. I put it in the closet. So does this mean that I outsmarted them? That they don't get it? That I burst their bubble about what they thought they knew?
I think so.
Okay.
They don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. It's funny, but two of them had spent years trying to find this information. But now they don't get, now that it's done, they don't care, But anyway, I'm glad I did it. Gabby says, I have a 40-pound smaller standard poodle who thinks she always belongs in my lap. Question from me. Tiffany says, speaking of genealogy, is my mother's side Scottish or Scandinavian? Our mom was adopted. She is on the other side.
Scandinavian.
Really?
Yes.
I can kind of feel that with Tiffany.
Because it feels Slavic.
Okay.
So it's Scandinavian. Lots and lots of light. They had white-haired blonde people, the towheads, and the blue eyes, and they come from cold country. I'm seeing a whole bunch of people with furs around their face.
Scandinavia.
And then there's something about Austria in her.
Austria.
Mm-hmm.
I can believe Scandinavia rather than Scottish. Is my mother's side Scottish or Scandinavian?
Scandinavian.
Yeah, I can see that, Tiffany. That feels right to me, Scandinavian. Yes, that is second on my DNA behind English and Irish. Scottish was third. Oh my God, I get visions of Austria, she says.
I got goosebumps.
There you go.
You need to make a trip there. You're going to have so much deja vu.
Boy, I can see those mountains there with
beautiful
mountains. Yeah, like someone skiing down these mountains. I don't recommend that, Tiffany, if you go, but
right, no.
That is interesting. She's, as Tiffany said, my dad's side is English and Irish Scottish, and couldn't place my mom's side. No skiing for me. Well, I'm glad you got that answered. It does help. And I also, something interesting on the DNA, Tiffany, I noticed that I've always had an affinity for France and Belgium for some reason. Tiffany says, thank you so much. It helps so
You're
much.
welcome. And
when I got through the DNA, one of the, it gives you all of the areas that you have similar DNA to. So of course, over 80% is Irish, and like on both sides, and then like 20% is Scottish.
Right.
And then there was a little bit. There's a 2% that came from right across the channel in Belgium. Went right across the channel. Now, as they update the DNAs, the gene pools, now it says Iceland.
Wow.
So I think you're going back to the Nordic Viking days. Excuse me. So I'm a little disappointed, but I've always had this affinity. And then I was starting to research some of the names, going all the way back and looking at some of the names. And I did find some intermingled that were like from Belgium. I looked up what are common names in Belgium and France, and I did find some in the tree. So that was kind of interesting. It is, it's kind of a rabbit hole kind of thing.
And it's DNA. Fascinating.
It is. But I did find a lot. I did find a lot about it. So I thought it was interesting. I'd worked on this for over a year because I had the wrong name.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, my sister gave me the wrong name for my mother's father. So I wasted 1.5 years on that.
Uh-oh.
But, they don't care that you're spinning your wheels. It's done. Oh, they're like it's not their fault at all. It's like, I just want to wring their neck. I'm like, but they're all getting older. They're all, I think the youngest one I have is 76.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Yeah, 78. The other two are in their 80s. Gabby asked, Kelly Jo, I was heartbroken when I had to put my first dog, Golden Doodle of 14, Samantha. Yeah, I guess she's putting her down. I miss Sammy. Is she still around?
Oh, yeah. They come in and out of the veil. Sometimes you'll feel her on the end of the bed. And sometimes, do you ever hear her drink water? I hear her drinking water.
Yeah, she's pretty loud. This is a big dog, so she's pretty loud. Lap, 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 lap.
Right. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
And did she have a charm that banged the bowl, a metal bowl? Because I'm hearing.
Oh, she had something on her collar?
Yeah, that banged the bowl.
Okay.
I can hear that.
Okay. Well, we'll see what Gabby has to say. Don't forget, if you enjoyed the readings tonight and you want to make a tip, we're almost at we have like another 5 minutes. So if you'd like to make a tip to Kelly Jo, that's great. Any amount at Venmo, my Venmo account, Carol-Ann-Carey, or you can put it through Rumble, the $sign there. So all monies that we collect will go to Kelly Jo. So there you go.
Now, Tiffany has a tall man he's like 6'4", straight blonde hair, and like a farmer. And it feels like on her way, way back on her mom's side. So she does have farmers on the wood pile.
Lanky, but I get lanky.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Somebody is ornery. Somebody ornery, like crabby.
Yeah.
Headstrong, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Gabby says her Tiffany says probably my mom's side. I don't know any of those relations, of course. Okay, I used to see him, long blonde hair. Thought he was on an ET in my youth.
Yeah. So that's an elder of your
Okay,
ancestor. So he's always been around you.
okay.
She'll probably find him through her DNA.
Mhm. You know, it's so funny. You get all these matches, right?
Right.
Some of them are very close. And that's how I found my mother's father. His father and his brothers, I was related to directly. I was. So then I had to look through their kids to see, and I found him. That's how I found him. Um, Gabby says she used to ring bells that I hung on doorknobs. She had to go potty. She would signal me.
Okay. Well, there is the banging. Yeah.
I wish I could teach Patty that. He's getting much better at letting me know he has to go out
Good.
before he just lift his leg wherever. So
Yeah.
he's blocked out of the living room for the moment. She says that Tiffany says, "Wow, thanks so much, Kelly Joe." Carol Ann knows tracking down ancestors isn't always easy.
Right.
No, it isn't. And I was amazed what I got. But you get these that's what I was saying. You get these matches that could be distant or close, and you're like, you have to figure out how you're related to them, you
Yeah.
know? And it's amazing. It's just kind of amazing. But anyway, another day.
Well, I thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it.
Thank you so much for being with us. Do you have anything new coming up you want us to look out for?
And 23rd, I'm going to go to Naples for a 1-day fair at Mystic Psychic. So that'll be fun.
So they're
So,
only doing 1 day now?
yeah. Well, I like doing the 1 day, it's easier.
Yeah. Great. Well, if you're in the Naples area, that's a great, great metaphysical fair. A lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
I've done that, and a lot of fun. Very good, good atmosphere down there. So good luck. Lanka says, "Can I have a general message?" Well, you got 1 minute, Lanka.
Stay the course. Don't doubt yourself.
Oh,
And then,
Lena, excuse me, Lena.
and then you also have a whole new cycle: prosperity, abundance, femininity, and you're gonna really, really get in your own power. You're gonna have self confidence and be able to finally move forward. You won't be stuck.
Very good. She's new to the chat, so thank you so much for joining us, Lena. Sorry, I thought it was Lanka. My eyes are playing tricks on me. So Kelly Joe will be down in Naples November 23rd, usually Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep.
And she's very popular down there. It's a great show. If you can want to go down and get some readings, buy some metaphysical gifts. Thank you so much for joining us, Kelly Joe. Always a pleasure. Thank you, everyone, for being with us. Happy Halloween.
Happy
Have a great
Halloween,
week.
everybody.
See you next time.